My name is Gregory Pardlo. I'm the author of Digest, a collection of poems, Totem, an earlier collection of poems, and a memoir and essays, Air Traffic. My family has a history of alcoholism, and for some reason I believed I was above it. I remember even maybe 22 or 23, I was at Rutgers in New Brunswick originally, and I remember buying a big jug of cheap wine to keep under my desk, and that was my study aid. And even then, I didn't admit to myself that there was something wrong with that. And not too long after that, I had plowed through a 12-pack of beer with some friends, and someone said, "You should really be careful. You look like you have a propensity for alcoholism." And I thought that was the most absurd thing. And over the years, it got worse, and I realized there were times when I could write it off and explain and rationalize it as, oh, I was really depressed this day, or oh, I was really stressed out, and it came to a point where I would look back, I would wake up horribly hungover and sick, and think there was absolutely no reason for me to get that drunk. That went on, and it wasn't until I was in my early 40s, really, that I hit bottom. One of the first things I did was I found meetings of the 12-step program. I didn't speak in the meetings for a while. I went on my own a few times. I asked my friend to take me to some meetings, and that got me a little more comfortable with the whole situation, and I started to speak. That was probably the first big revelatory experience, was saying out loud, telling a group of people my truth. There really was a dramatic change in the way I saw the world as soon as I was able to say, I'm an alcoholic, in front of people, right? And it was liberating and empowering. My story was not so unique, and I think there's something about my ego, or one's ego perhaps, that says, oh my goodness, no one could possibly have experienced the horrors or the depravity or whatever that I've been through, and I couldn't dare share this with anyone. And the years of going to meetings and sharing taught me that there's always grounds for forgiveness. And the first level of forgiveness is of course self-forgiveness. And I think getting out of the cycle of trying to compare myself or my suffering to that of others, and recognizing that every situation is different, every situation is unique, none is worse or less than any other, and that what is important is that we can create communities based on honesty, candor, self-accountability, accountability to each other. The one thing that you can do is ask for help. Once I was able to ask for help, and I saw how willing and eager people were to help, then I was inspired to give help, right? And this is the logic of the 12-step program. I still meet people who are, for whatever reason, whether it's students of mine, or whether it's people hoping to move into recovery and change some toxic or destructive habit. This presumption that nobody cares and that no one is going to be invested, when the truth is that so many of us are eager to find people to help, that our own sobriety, our own survival depends on our ability to invest in others.